Hello, welcome back to my channel. It is another VR. This is to the wonderful Ravneet from Wings of Reflection, and her her creation for the VR was Show Us Your Backs. So riffing off of the Show Us Your Decks, we're now on to Show Us Your Backs. And I don't think she realised when she tagged me in this and designed this one that I used to buy my decks based on backs. So I used to trawl YouTube, and I would, when people would do their deck collections, they were always face down on the tables. The tables full of decks, and I used to shop via the backs. So the backs that interested me are the ones that I would then go out and find the decks of and buy. So there's a little secret about me, and sort of where my collection began to build, or how it began to build, how I found decks I wanted to bring into my collection. So there you go, there's a little snippet of my inner psyche. Okay, question 1. Which deck back is the most gorgeous in your collection? Obviously, anything that's caught my eye I feel is particularly gorgeous because it's caught my eye. However, I have to say that the Raven Dream Tarot from MJ Cullinan is definitely a very beautiful back, and this is the back on this deck. I happen to think, sorry about the sunshine, but I happen to think that it's just the colours, the configuration, the beautiful gentleness of the animals and the kind of lunar moths in there and the butterflies, with the pink flowers, that's the word I'm looking for, and that sort of Art Nouveau extra decoration, to me, really makes this a beautiful back. And this could be, I mean, imagine that on a journal cover. That would be beautiful, perfect. I don't know, do we need to show you the cards in the deck? I mean, I suppose you want to see some of the fronts as well, don't you? So this one, you sign up onto her website, and then you go onto waiting lists for these, and as she has enough people to pre-order, so you put a pre-order in, and as the pre-order grows, it takes a little while, sometimes a couple of months, and when she has enough money in the kitty and enough orders to make it a viable print run, then she runs the print, and then you get your decks. So these are definitely not something you're going to get instantly. It's not an instant gratification purchase. This is something you have to really want and be prepared to wait for and have the patience, and then you get to enjoy it when it arrives. So I knew that this deck wasn't going to be an instant gratification for me, so I was very happy to wait for this one because I missed it the first time round. So that's how I knew I really wanted to get this one. So otherwise I might have picked a different type, another deck. Moving forwards. Okay, I'm going to put them back in their box. So it does come in a 2-part box, that one. The other deck that I feel is a particularly gorgeous back, and I did see somebody show this, I'm not sure if it was Ravneet in fact, and it is mass market deck for those of you that would like to maybe look to purchase it. It is the Wilder Ones Oracle, and this is by Sharon McLeod. These are the backs. So I just think these are absolutely stunning backs. These again would make beautiful journal covers. I just love the intricacy with the navy and the white, and then the flashes of the gold, and then that gorgeous splash of colour around the edges. I did edge this deck for myself, and it is a very simple deck, no guidebook required. Nice watercolour artwork. Well, it's not watercolour actually, I think it's pencil, but kind of has that watercolour feel, maybe water pencil. I do really appreciate this. Why did I shop for backs? Because the backs are what I see when I'm shuffling. I look at the backs. I don't like to see stuff on the backs that distracts me or tells me what I'm potentially pulling. And when I lay my cards out, I normally lay them face down. So I spend a lot of time looking at these. So I really like to connect with the deck through the backs of the cards. And the inspiration and these, just it all feeds into the beauty of giving the reading for me, or receiving the reading for me, doing my own reading. And when I've got multiple decks on the counter, again, that makes it even more exciting. Then I've got, lots more to look at. I like to have that looking very pretty down on the desk as well, aesthetic wise. So that's a long answer to question number 1. Question number 2, which would you turn into a wallpaper or fabric? Okay, fabric, I think I have one. This is the Mystic Sketch Tarot by James Bradshaw. He is a UK based artist, and it's all hand drawn. This is available on Etsy, so you have to type in Mystic Sketch Tarot by James Bradshaw to get it. It's ridiculously cheap, and these are his hand drawn backs, and this is what I would probably turn into a fabric. I know, very cliche, but I think that would just make a really cute blanket, snuggling up outside in the winter by the fire or something. And of course his actual artwork is gorgeous, so you might, if you're a Deviant Moon fan, Trompe della Luna, you may spot a few nods to one of his favourite deck creators. But I mean, just look at this, something hand drawn. I think these are beautifully done, and he is in the process of turning this into a coloured deck, so I can't wait to see that, and of course I will support and get that one. But I think this one definitely deserves to be a fabric. Got that 9 of Swords quilt feeling to it. That I would turn into a fabric from the RWS, because I think that's just kind of classic, isn't it? Why wouldn't you? So I have that one for fabric, and one other that I think I might turn into a fabric. Which one was that? I think it was this one. So the Moonchild Tarot, it's the night version, dark edition, shadow work edition. Maybe into a fabric. I think a cushion, perhaps, not anything bigger than that, depending on how you're looking at it. But I thought that one might be good as a fabric. However, also I did think maybe as a wallpaper, but yeah, I put that one down as fabric. Do you want to see the cards? So this is a Danielle Noel deck. I have the original version as well, but I don't gel with the original version. I prefer this one. I just can't seem to part with the original version because, these decks cost so much money being indie. I'm clearly still attached to the hours of work it took to buy that deck. Or maybe I will pull it out one day, I don't know, but this is the one I reach for. So much so that the other's gone to the back far right corner of a shelf somewhere. So that's those two. Wallpaper wise, I thought Lamucci's Baroque Tarot from lamuccidesign.com, and it's this one because it's nice and gildy. Now this is my alternative self, help me with the words. It's my alter ego, like my dream state self, right? So the person that I aspire to be, my aspirational self, would be this like gothic, moody wallpaper, and it would be this really opulent house. Here's some of the cards. I mean, the cards themselves also speak to that same kind of dark, moody, gothic space and feel. So yes, this is kind of what I would aspire to be. This is what I think I am. And the other one is the Crooked Way Tarot. So that's the backs on those. It's an obvious one, isn't it? It already looks like wallpaper. Some of the cards. Sun. So yeah, my aspirational self, is that the word I want to be? My aspirational self, wallpaper there. My true true self, me. My house is white. Everything is white because I design the colour through the items I put into it. And then if I want to change them, I don't have to repaint, repaper. We build, so there's enough done to our houses through building without having to worry about trying to change colour and landscape inside. So back to this one, the Lily White Tarot from Celia Melville. Again, my aspirational self would want the black version of this on all over the walls. Here is the backs. So it's white and just a touch of gold there, which would just give that sparkle. I mean, it's still more flashy than me. I don't have a plain white backed card, so this is kind of as close as I could get, really. And it's that watercolour deck with lots of white space. She said showing you everything that has no white space. It's a beautiful deck. So this one really is probably more realistic to what I'm likely to do around the house. In fact, I wouldn't. It would just be, I mean, that would be too much around the house. That would just be probably one wall in the bedroom behind the bed or something, where I'd pick that type of wallpaper. And then there's one other, which would probably be like a wall in here. And this is the Mass Market Enchanted Unicorn Tarot, Oracle, from Rockpool Publishing. And as you may know if you've been around a while, I'm a big fan of Priestess Moon's Oracle decks. And it's this back here. That is a very me back. And I would probably put that on a journal, on a cushion, maybe on a piece of clothing fabric, on a art print on the wall, and definitely on wallpaper. And I would absolutely 100% fill a water closet with that. And these are the cards, just to give you something to look at. So that's those. Not sure if that's a delivery for me. Hopefully it's kept going. Sorry. Have a look at my forehead. So that is that's a very definite me. Which back feels the most magical or mysterious? Magical. Okay, maybe we'll go with the Oracle of the Witches candle, which is the new one, just come out by Libra Moon Inc. Kickstarter's ended, but it is available in this beautiful big box. There's a short flip through of this on my channel. If you go to the shorts, you'll see it. It's got a lot of decks in it. 1 second. Sorry, my phone was buzzing. And this is the backs to these. I don't know why I feel this is the most magical. Maybe because it's black and witchy and batty and the red foil, and we've got the magical pentacles, and yeah. But it's an oracle deck, and it is based on candle magic, and there's also ones that you can use to work with the zodiac astrological associations while we're here. And to go with all of this, there is a website as well, an app that you can download, and then you can pull out your card of the day, the moon phase of the day and things. It's the whole thing that it all feeds into is pretty intense and amazing. I just haven't got, everything in life. I just haven't had time to get down and do it all. But that is, I think it feels like a fairly magical deck. Like if I was wanting to feel witchy, to me that's trying to feel magical. It's that back there. And of course the book is just like, oh my God, look at that. And these have also got, so yeah, very cool. Number 4, what deck would you print on a magical journal or tote bag? So I've mentioned a couple that I think would look really cool on journals, but this one, the Dark Grimmoire Tarot, Low Scarabeo, Mass Market deck. Look at this back. I think that would work on a journal really well, wouldn't it? I'll put that one down. Again, it's another deck that I quite enjoy working with. Justice. I like the images in this one. I like the fact that it brings something very different to the table when you're looking into the images. What's this one? So 3 of Swords. Just compare that to your average 3 of Swords. I mean, this is what I like about this deck. It just completely stretches your original concept of something. 2 of Wands. So there's the actual discussion happening outside, not inside of the head. And not that one, what's this one? 3 of Pentacles, collaboration, yeah? Who are you collaborating with? So that one I think would be really good on the back of a journal. On a tote bag, I think I would quite like something like this. Of course, this is the first version of Tarot of Moon Garden. The new version is purple backs and narrower than these. I would like it, but I already have this one, so, you know, do I really need another one? Is the question. And this is a pip deck, or illustrated pip deck if you want. I really like it. Quite like the white borders. I haven't been put off by those thus far. I've contemplated cutting them down, but I think if I want to do that, I'll buy the purple one, because that is without the borders now, isn't it? So we have the Tower of the Moon Garden. That's another great one, I think, for potentially a journal. Is that all of them? No, one more. One more very honourable, 2 more honourable mentions. Crumbs, I did, yeah, sorry. I pulled out 3. They're piled up on my desk. Tower of the Keymasters, so that's a mass market deck. I think this would be perfect for the back of a journal. A nice black journal, exactly like that, with this matte foiling, cold stamping, and then King of Cups. Oh, look at this, lovers. The detail in that. Yeah, that one. And there's another MJ Cullinan deck here. It's unfinished business. I'll just show you one card. That back there I thought would be perfect on a journal or a tote bag, just with the repetitive pattern and the nice kind of earthy tone of it. But yeah, so those. Which one gives you instant calm just by looking at it? This one kind of gives me calm. I find it fairly calming. It's probably the colours, to be fair. And this is the Aurora Tarot by cocarina.com, which is the website. That one. I don't know if this one's out of print now, or if it comes in a different colourway, no longer in this colourway. But the back of it's quite calming, and I just adore this. Just give you something else to. I think it's just beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. So that's that one. It gives me kind of calm. Anything else? No. Okay. Which back looks like it could be a portal to another world? A couple of these. Ravni, I thought this is one you probably should have in your collection. The Guardian Tarot by Beth Selenin. And these are the backs. So I think to me that feels a bit portalesque because of the imagery on them and just the way it's done, looking all in and out. So it feels like there's a kaleidoscope, and kaleidoscopes always feel portally with the middle kind of central image to me. So that's why this one. So it feels like it's framing something, but it is trees. So it's tree spirits, really gentle energy. But not too dark and okay, so not too dark and grounding. So these colours feel more airy to me. I think they are beautiful. Two of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Four of Wands, beautiful colours in there, and the Empress. I think most people find this one really creepy, but I can't explain it. I find this one quite soothing, and it feels like another voice coming through. This one feels like past loved ones talking. It's a good one for using for giving somebody a reading from like the beyond. So that one definitely feels like a portal to me. This one is the Shimmering Veil Tarot indie deck from Silicon Way. Available still. It has this gorgeous gilding. Look at these backs. It's calming as well. That's calming, and that to me feels like scrying. So it feels like scrying into a crystal ball with all that iridescent energy, or into a bubble. And that's why this one feels portalesque, because when I'm scrying, that means I'm looking somewhere else, somewhere different. And that's that deck. Again, very alternate type of imagery. Tarot, sorry if I didn't say. Key is down here. Look at this, this is card 22. So this is the full beyond the universe or the world card. So yeah, this one. King Triton from the Shimmering Veil. And the final one for portal energy is Mass Market, Tower of the She, by Emily Carding. This is why, because it has the key on it. So already portalesque in there. And it's another world, really, kind of otherworldly creatures, although I've never really thought of them as such until starting listening, doing this month's kind of Fae work, Finding the Fae with A Starry Ascends channel. So she's doing a month of June videos, so pop over and have a look, talking about Finding the Fae, and kind of watching other people's videos made me realise that maybe that is more portalesque than I realised, and have give it credit for being in my journey, because I just saw it as a kind of healing symbol, because I have a pendant with it on. I can't remember what it's called, but it's more, to me, it's more of a healing symbol or a protection symbol than a portal, not realising I hadn't put the dots together. So that's those. Let me know what your portal deck is down below, because I bet I've probably got one in my collection that I'm not thinking of, which is like a smack you in the face, hit you around the head. There it is. If you had to give somebody a deck based on the back, which would it be? Probably Santa Marta Tarot, based on the back, because it's got like all of my favourite kind of colours in it. And I think that's just a beautiful kind of mandala. Would the person receiving it be happy? I have no idea, because obviously the deck itself is not quite the same as the backs. But if I was just basing on backs, and this is what I bought based on backs, I absolutely would enjoy this one. So yeah, if I had to give somebody one based on backs, probably this one. So that's the Santa Marta Tarot. Which back design surprised me the most in a good way? Surprised me the most in a good way? I don't know. Don't know. Pass. Which one feels like me? Most like me? Well, I have said the Enchanted Unicorn Oracle kind of feels most like me, but also this one. So this is, excuse me. It doesn't want to be shown. It doesn't want me to tell you about it, apparently. My decks I work with back there. The Trick or Tarot from Duck Soup. So another one from Duck Soup. I have a few from Duck Soup. This one. Look at this back. It just is so perfect. That's me. That's very me. And these are the cards. So it's been around for a very long time. And I quite like this one. I don't work with it very often, I'll be honest. It's, I don't know, I've had it for maybe 2 years now. But I do like it. I mean, look at that. That's so funny. The artwork's just very me, humoured, centred. But to top it off, when I look down at the backs, perfecto. That's that one. Which deck back deserves more love and attention? The most controversial answer I could give you is the RWS Anything Plaid. Needs something. Anything but those. That, yeah. I'll leave that there. Which deck back deserves more love and attention? So we've done that one. And I've added one question. What is your very first deck purchase based solely on backs? So what's the first deck you saw the backs of, didn't need to see any further, and went out and purchased blindly based on the backs? What is yours? What was yours? Mine was the Dark Mansion. So I was working merrily with the Deviant Moon, and the Dark Mansion jumped out and went. And it was this back. So this is independent creation from Taroteca Studios. I mean, I'm upset they don't do this back anymore. I wouldn't want the current backs, the brown ones. This back. This is what it's all about for me. And the artwork didn't even disappoint. I mean, look at this. Could you get any more Tim Burton-like? The only thing about this deck that I don't like, and you can see, is it's rose petal, and it's the kind of like one of the original rose petals. So it's very, it sticks. It takes a lot of work to get this to move. I have heard about this soaping. I haven't soaped it. Maybe it's something I need to do, but even now I can't get them to pull apart. But this artwork is amazing. Amazing. So this one, absolutely adore it. So glad I bought it. And glad that I got to see people's backs really when I was watching collections way back in 2019. So this is probably a 2019, 2020 purchase, because I think it went onto a waiting list for a couple of months again with this one. Waiting for it to, build up enough customer base for them to place the order, pay for it, and for it to be shipped. So it took a while to get that one. If you're lucky enough to get onto the order list at the end, of course, people only experience a couple of weeks wait, which is just delightful for them. That is it. That is my backs. I hope you've enjoyed my lengthy video and ramble about them and my little secrets into who I am and what drove my collection. So pop over to Winds of Reflection, go and see Ravneet's video. There's lots out now. I've noticed people doing them, and I have tried. I think I've seen 3 at this point, so as not to see too many, because sometimes you get swayed and scared about repeating a deck that you've seen in the video already, but I might be pulling it out for a different reason, so I don't want it to be influencing my choices for you to share today with me. Okay, until the next one, I wish you all much love and light. Take care. Bye-bye.